Hey everybody, what's going on? How we doing? Welcome in, Mr. Domez Moen, sir. How you doing there? Gaming Cloud, Deer, Wyatt, Andrews, what's up, buddy? Crocs, hello. How are we all doing? Welcome into the stream. I hope we are all having a fantastic one. Hey, what's up, Boz? How you doing, Boswell? I know, what's up, buddy? I've been following your stuff on Instagram and stuff, but good to see you. Because what's up, buddy? You are here. That's very true, very true. All right, let me get my audio levels correct there. Look good, sound good. You don't know how we look because we're not doing that yet. Bam, boom. What's up? How we doing? There's the thing. So yeah, welcome in, everyone. Hope we're having a fantastic Thursday. Shit. It's Thursday. Okay, phew. Happy pre-Friday. Yeah, so welcome in. We're gonna have a kind of shorter stream today than normal. Normally I like to go like 3-4 hours or whatever, but today I have work in a few hours, so I have to get ready for that. But freaking work. But yeah, so we're gonna be doing a terraforming episode or playthrough today, where we're going to be terraforming a map for an upcoming zoo called Zoot and Tower. If you're not familiar with Zoot and Tower or Droot and Tower, that's where the name came from, was Droot and Tower. Droot and Tower is the community map that we did for Planet Coaster. That has been a lot of fun. We're still doing it right now. If you're part of the Discord server, you'll probably know about it. If not, down in the description down below, I usually have a link to the Discord server. So if you'd like to come on over, hang out for that. And if you'd like to be part of Zoot and Tower here, definitely head over to the Discord, because that's what you have to do to be part of it. Yeah, join the discussion. But yeah, today we're gonna go ahead and terraform the map for it. So that's what I'm gonna do, and then we're gonna be from there we're gonna go ahead and hand the park over to the first person and stuff. But yeah, we're gonna have a deadline for this. I'm gonna announce this on Twitter and stuff. What's today? Today is the 13th, right? So let's see, I'm gonna cut off the day for people to join. You can tell I really thought this out. I'm I'm flying by the seat of my pants right now. I'm gonna give it 2 weeks. So February 27th. So 2 weeks from today. So February 27th is gonna be the cutoff date for people to join. And then we'll figure out all the logistics from there and get going. But I figure I'll give people a lot of time, since today is like the technical first time I'm announcing it. We've been talking about it on the Discord server for a little bit, but today is like the official announcement date for it there. So there you go. If you have any questions, throw them at me. Join the Discord, put them in there. But yeah, that's what we're gonna go doing today. So not like we've done this before. Yeah, I know we've done this. Some of you are Drootin, or whatever you want to say, veterans at this point. Oh, I don't want to do that. So for what we were talking about, and I think it's a really fun idea. I guess I do want that. We're gonna do a new sandbox. We're gonna be doing sandbox, no challenge or franchise mode, because why? So what we were talking about was doing a zoo slash kind of conservation park, right? I think maybe it was Crocs and Because and someone else. We were saying that it would be cool if it was set in like the Pigeon Forge area. Now Pigeon Forge is in Tennessee, in the United States. So it'd be very like, it would be a zoo almost set in like a valley with a river going through it. And I think that would be kind of cool. And the valley would have really rigid cliff face sides. So it'd kind of be a bit of a, it would be a really I don't want, not really mountainous, but really hilly kind of map for it. And we'll have like a flat section where the normal zoo will go. And then there can be a big section where a conservation park can go. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I just ate lunch, so I'm gonna be a little hiccupy probably. But I figured the good place to set this then would maybe be the temperate or the grassland in North America. So what are we thinking for those of you that are confirmed on this? What are we thinking here? Mo and Go Game and Cloud, how you doing, buddy? Would it have snowy winters? I believe it would. Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, IRL, I believe, has some like snowy winters sometimes, but that's not like a reoccurring thing. Temperate, I think temperate might work. I think both sent a deal like that, yeah. Or even Taiga. Is it pronounced Taiga or Tasia? I'm just gonna say Taiga. I think temperate will work best. Now, we don't have a name for the zoo at the... Oh, yeah, we do. Wow. We don't have a name for the zoo that the project called Zoot and Tower. It's going to be literally called Zoot and Tower. So, for the backstory for this, if y'all don't know about Zoot and Tower, I guess for the backstory of Zoot and Tower was... basically, there was just a giant... If y'all have ever been to Alton Towers, it's kind of a play on Alton Towers. But yeah, just like an old, like a family manor or family homestead in the UK, and over time they, I guess, started like selling it to public land or something like that, or they started making a theme park on it, basically. So this could be kind of the same thing. A lot of zoos like that start in the UK. I don't know so much about the United States, but at least in the UK, a lot of it started with like giant manors, and like the people who lived there would bring in like exotic animals, and then they'd let the public come in and check out the exotic elephants or the exotic tiger or whatever like that. And then over like as years would go by or go on, they would sometimes sell their land to the government or the city because they either have too many animals or the city would have to take it over. And so there's just a bunch of different little backstories that you can do. Temperate, I guess. Grassland is too yellow. I agree. Taiga, no, too many pines and real mountains. Yeah, it wouldn't fit. Hey, K-Tronic, what's up there, Butteruski? How you doing? How are you doing? So, yeah. What zoo is this? This is Zoot and Tower. This is a community zoo. So yeah, if you'd like to be part of the community zoo that we're doing, you can join my Discord just in the description down below. Where's my water? There it is. Found it. But yeah, join the Discord in the description down below, and that's where we're having the discussions about Zoot and Tower and all the fun stuff there. Will we have implied? We'll do all of it. So this is gonna be a sandbox zoo. In the sense that I don't want to be tied down by conservation credits, or I don't even want to say money, because you can make $1 million in Planet games like that. So yeah, this is all sandbox zoo, so we can have implied exhibits like Wyatt's talking about. If you don't know what that is, I've been building some stuff. I'm going to release a video on this kind of soon. I've been building implied exhibits for a new series here, so here's like a little bird cage that, here, real quick, let me get this out of the way. Oh yeah, I can't promise there's gonna be a lot that actually gets done today, by the way. Since I have such a short amount of time, there's a good amount of chance that we won't get jack shite done. But oh well. But anyways, yeah, so I've been building these implied exhibits where, you know, they're habitats. They're like, this is like an old Victorian bird cage, or the start of it at least. But we don't have birds, obviously. Oh well, my dog is going crazy. Then we have also, you know, I built this as well. This is on the workshop if y'all want it. This is another, you know, like a bird cage. So, and that's what an implied exhibit is. It doesn't all have to be big habitats and stuff. We want to make a, you know, as much as we can, I guess, like a realistic, quote unquote, well, yeah, a quote unquote realistic zoo. But, you know, we can have some kind of grandiose ideas with it as well. It should just be medium hills and forests all over, but we don't have that. I know, it would be more so like in Planco. I can't even remember the map, but I think Planet Coaster had a map that would be perfect for this. Ideally, yeah, this would be covered in... Actually, I'm probably going to do that. I'm going to cover the whole thing in soil. That's going to take for fucking ever. I just realized that's going to take forever to do all that. Let me cut the... where the river's going to go, because I want the river to go right down the middle of it there. So, thank you for the like on Twitter there. Vigo Man! Come this, so also an episode. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Reptile house, desert house, etc. Like a lot of zoos in the central US. Yeah, houses would be a great thing. Because, yeah, again, the census is going to be a zoo set in somewhere that it gets kind of cold during the winter time. We have to think about those things, right? So our African, or, you know, our warm... Our animals that need warmth and stuff, we got to put a roof over their heads and stuff like that. So I know my local zoo, or local, is the Brookfield Zoo, and they are open during the winter time, even though it gets really cold in the Chicago area. But they're open and it's free to go there, and it's really cool because they have all the animals indoors. So they you can go through the giraffe house and stuff. Like normally you'd just be able to see the giraffes. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Like through the outside area, but you can go like into the giraffe house during the winter time, and just see them like on display or whatever, you know, doing their thing. Same with like the rhinos and stuff like that. I think we're gonna go. My wife and I, we're gonna go here soon again to Brookfield Zoo, because again, yeah, it's free during the wintertime. I believe probably a lot of zoos are freebie freeze in the wintertime if it's cold in the area. All good there? Good, K-Tronica, good. Am I welcome in here? Get out of here. Everyone throw potatoes and tomatoes and tomatoes and potatoes at Paulsley. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Good to see ya. Good to see ya there. I'm currently watching through your, oh my gosh, I'm terrible with titles and people's things, but your hour and 10-minute realistic zoo planning and playthrough and building and stuff like that. I watch it in like 10 to 15 minute increments and stuff. It's great. So are still 20 euros all year round. Haha, euros. Zooable, that's it. Yeah, I knew it was something catchy like that I can never remember. See, I can't even remember S.D.N. Wolf's name of his park or zoo and stuff like that. Whenever I'm like recording, I'm like, yeah, you know, S.D.N.'s zoo called the Wooden One, that's cool, and it has beavers. That's the name of his new zoo. The Wooden One, that's cool, and it has beavers. That's officially the name of S.D.N. Wolf's new zoo. And yours is that one that Paulsley draws on paper first and then builds in real life zoo. So those are the two those are the new names for both of your series there. See, I think that's my problem too, Paulsley, is that I watch a lot of different people, like a lot, and I start to get, oh, I missed the corner, but that's okay. We're gonna have like a lake back here. I think that'll be kind of cool. Oh, you know what would have been even better is if I had this all going down. Well, we can kind of still do that from here on out and go down, and from here there I can go like up a little bit. But I want to have different variations of of land and stuff like that, so it's not just like a big flat thing. Vigo Man and I were just talking about that. We just recorded the newest Buxton Zoo episode about an hour ago, and that's gonna come out on Saturday. He freaking smashed it. But yeah, we were talking about how a lot of people fall in the trap of making completely flat surface zoos, which it's fine, but you know, if you put some terrain differentials in there, then it looks better. So we're gonna definitely do that with this zoo. Give a little bit of variance in what we're working with, yeah? So let's lead up to a hill over here. Oops. We could do a River's Edge ripoff. What's that? That sounds awesome. Let's do it. Is that the St. Louis one? Is that the St. Louis habitat? I know this isn't Zoo Talk, but Saturday is Kentucky Kingdom's winter walkthrough event. I have tickets to attend. It's sold out. Really? That sounds fun. What is can you explain what that is a little bit, boss? Better than your zoo's name. There you go. Full-size map drawing. Anyways, what you're doing? We're building a community zoo. We're doing the start of Zoot and Tower. If you remember in Planet Coaster, I had Zoot and Tower for the community map, or community park that I did. Well, this is Zoot and Tower, so yeah, I'm just terraforming the map, and then there's 2 weeks right now. I'm just gonna keep probably repeating. My chair almost fell. It's a chair that does this and it almost fell backwards. I'm gonna repeat this a lot during the stream today, but yeah, for the next 2 weeks, if you'd like to join the community build for Zoot and Tower here, link in the description down below for my Discord there. Join up on the Discord, find the Zoot and Tower sub Discord, what do they call those channels? That's the one. And yeah, we have a big discussion going on there, and then yeah, in 2 weeks we'll close it off to people coming in, and yeah, then we'll get talking about who's going first and how much length of time, depending on how many people join, is going to dictate how much time people get with the zoo. A big problem we had with Zoot and Tower was that people waited like 6 months to get the zoo back. I'd really like that not to be a thing, if possible. That's too much time in between, so we're gonna balance it out a little bit. Oh, can't put that there. There. With all the different continents, yeah. I should have a new episode of Pine Ridge out soon. Finally found some drive to get into the game yesterday. Yeah, you were building a cool little what was it? You were building a cool little seating area. I was lurking yesterday when I was building in this game, Planet Zoo. I've been playing the heck out of Civilization 6 lately, so my work in Planet Zoo lately has been so slow. That's what I was thinking about. I had to think if I was looking at because post awesome stuff about Pine Ridge when I was playing Planet Zoo, or was I playing Civ 6? I do that every few months, so Civ 6 is a game that I'll do that every few months, where that's got some height. I'll play it for like months straight, for like 2 or 3 months straight, just like Civ 6, bam, 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 bam. And then I'll take a break for like half a year. And when I get into that mood of wanting to play Civ 6, unfortunately, literally every other game that I own takes a bit of a backseat, and Planet Zoo is no exception at all. Not like an atoll, but like at all. So it's a problem, and there's always new mods for it that are really good. Like, I even just bought Red Dead Redemption 2, and I've only put in like probably 12 hours into it because I got into a Civ 6 kick, and I literally was like, nah, I'm gonna play Civ 6. Sorry, Red Dead, but I'm gonna play Civ 6 for a little bit. Anyways, do you have River's Edge in your zoo? Yeah, you do. That's right, Mike did it. That's right. How's the wife life? It's fantastic. No complaints on my end. May I do some Planet Skyline stuff? Small town and park surroundings to give the park. Ooh, yeah, that would be fun, Mr. Domas. You could import a lot of the stuff that you're doing with your current build. Great idea, yeah. Well, you won't need a flat section, but yeah, we'll sanction off a little area for that. You haven't played for a while now? Yeah, you know, I'm not to throw you under the bus or anything, Mr. K-Tronica, but I was expecting you to just be on Planet Zoo for a hot minute and see a bunch of stuff, but I can't come up with much myself now. It takes me ages. If I have a challenge, then I get excited. Yeah, I can understand that. A lot of people are on the burnout right now for Planet Zoo, and I don't blame them. We need, to put it blunt, we need a DLC bad. And I'm not talking give me 4 animals and 200 pieces to build with DLC. I'm talking we need a fucking DLC! You know what I mean? Like we need some. I need to bite my teeth into something because I'm about to go the jaunty route in a little bit, and I think a lot of people are, where we're just gonna be like, I'm done. Not done, but like, it's getting tough to produce content reliably for Planet Zoo, just because it's constant just creative mode, right? You can't play the game because playing the game is boring, to put it bluntly. So you just are always in creative mode, and it's not sustainable to for a community, and that shows. The community numbers are way down. It started at like 30 to 35,000 players when it released, and of course you're gonna see a drop off unless you're certain other games, but it's down to like 5 to 9,000 players, like 9,000 on the weekends and like 5,000 during the week. That's like a ball. Like if Frontier isn't looking at those numbers and going, what's wrong, then they're not doing their job right, because there's something wrong. Just letting you know, there's something wrong with your game. And it's aggravating too, because they released concept. I'm going on a rant now. Everyone, welcome, sit down. I'm going on a rant now. It's aggravating because they released concept art today for like their original, or not original, but just like an iteration of what they wanted the game to be. And there's just so many things about it when I first saw it. I was like, that's what we want. It's a zoo game. I want the zoo game. And you just posted a picture of a really cool zoo game. It's like, So I hope we get that in the future. Anyways, rant done. What's up, Vigo, man? Good to see you. You've never played any of the Civ games? They're fun. They're fun. They are fun. Need to inspire yourself. I've not touched the last DLC. The last DLC is nice if you like some of the animals, but in the wood wall set that we got for it is nice, but you can't recolor it, so it's kind of like, eh. I'd say you terraform however you want, and then I'll come in and place a small town and whatnot, give you the final say over. Oh yeah, no, that sounds good. We need jaguars? Yeah, those were shown in the concept art that they teased today. Because you won't use it? Yeah, it's a lower tier DLC for sure. I have my strong opinions on the DLC. So at the winter walkthrough, the staff welcomes ticketed guests to walk through the park during the off season to see what's going on. Oh, that's cool. So you get like a behind the scenes little tour and stuff, and have a Q&A session, etc. That's cool. That sounds really fun, Boz. Hopefully, I haven't known. Have you been doing the YouTube stuff still? And if so, hopefully you get to post that for YouTube. All right, I just want this little knoll, little mountainous section right up here to really give. Oh, that's right. We're gonna do like cliff faces, right? So I can actually make these really tall, and we'll go from there. I forgot that's how we're gonna do that. So let's make these very tall. Like this river has been here for a hot minute and has been eroding down the ground for millions and billions of years. What DLC do I want the most? That's a great question, Animal Gaming. I want a few things in a DLC. I want the Planco quality of life to come over, because the reason that the builder is kind of annoying in this game is because it's missing so many great features that the Planet Coaster builder had. It's not in this for some reason, so that's part of a DLC that I want. And then I think, I don't know if they're even gonna do these, but I think a marine biology, or marine animal life DLC would really pack a punch and get people excited about the game again. I really think something like that is going to happen to really, because if they come out with like an Australian DLC, so here's 4 animals and one of them is a kangaroo and the 3 others are like deer that look like the same deer that we have in the game, something like that, they're dead. They're dead on arrival. They have to do something big. That first DLC left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths because of many reasons, one of which it came really close to after release, and second of which is it was shallow. So this next DLC needs to be like an expansion pack, basically, like we used to get back in the day. Like it needs to be big, and it needs to change the game, and it needs to add substantial content that people are going to be able to sink their teeth into for the next like 3 to 6 months. Like if they don't do that, then the game's done. I don't know how else to put it. I don't think people are gonna be interested anymore if they keep coming out with these little DLC DLC, and here's a little They can't do that. They shot themselves in the foot too hard coming out the gate to come out half-assed anymore is basically what I'm saying. So Views to me have gone from 70,000 per day to like 15,000. I feel that. I checked Planet Coaster figures and it seems Zoo has dropped off so much faster. Facts, Pausley, facts. The amount of active YouTubers doing Planet Zoo has decreased a lot as well. I think having active YouTube community is also important for a game to stay relevant. Well, yeah, very much so. Very much so. And yeah. Yeah. Just there has been a bit of a corner turned, I feel like, in the last little bit with the community posts that they've been doing, like the Saturday spotlights, and like today they have today spot. I can't remember what they're called, but they're getting better with that kind of stuff. But which is great. Community outreach and community driving is great, but they should have been doing that originally. This is just basic stuff, you know. Now it's just content. They have to make good content now. They have to give us good, substantial, none of this, I don't know how to explain it, content. But yeah. I've been cave building the parking lot. Wait, what? Can't find the teaser. Where is it? Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, good, Boz, good. I don't need any more fancy things or animals, just fix what is here first. That's a very good point too. The game is kind of busted. You know, like people are still having issues online modes, and like, yeah, they fixed the protesters finally in sandbox mode, but like, I think that's what's most aggravating, is just not having a consistency with it. It just seems like we get an update and then it breaks 5 other things. It's like, we were talking about it yesterday, how playtesting a game, and it just doesn't seem like they playtest their own games to the point where we are the playtesters, and we have to report back to them about what's so, and the things that we're reporting aren't even like secret things. They're like, hey, listen, I reported this so long ago and it's still a thing, unless they fixed it yesterday. But it's like, hey, if you use anything other than feet, or sorry, if you use anything other than meters while you're building, this has been broken since fucking beta. Oh, that's not a gridded item. Haha. If you change it, it's still busted. This has been broken since beta. I've reported this twice. This is, if you played the game for 2 minutes, you would know that this is an issue where the grid goes frickin' wonky. Every single time there's an update, I always check and see if they fix this, because it's literally been there since beta. It's never gotten fixed. And again, you would know that this is a thing if you played your own game for 2 minutes. And it's just like, that just is a grander showing of how borked Planet Zoo is a bit right now in a lot of areas. It's just like, what? Come on. Like, make things recolorable? Yes! Then all the zoos won't start, all the zoos will stop looking the same too. That's a bit of my issue now too, is like, whenever I want to build something, I'm like, yeah, I want to build a grizzly bear enclosure. And this is a bit on me not being as creative as a lot of you are. But it's like, okay, yeah, I know I've built a grizzly bear enclosure. Like, yeah, I could build a grizzly bear enclosure in space, or, you know, something crazy like that. But I'm just kind of like, I'm good. I did it. Yeah, I don't know. But if we could recolor things and have more customizing options, you know, then it can maybe like, oh, I can build this grizzly bear enclosure with this cabin, but it's a little bit different color, made out of different material. That all the Sims players, etc., didn't play much, moved on. Oh wait, I'm not. No, I know you're being sarcastic, but I'm not. Between the pathing system, franchise mode being busted every day. Yeah. Waterfall in the river just for a nice change in elevation. That's a good idea. I think we'll do that right over in here. I'll make a little waterfall thing. Little waterfall spadunk. You know? Oh yeah, this is gonna be a lake over here. So actually, never mind on the waterfall being right there, because I'm gonna lake it out over here. I'm gonna lake it out, lake it out. That's a big ass lake. I'm gonna actually wish I would have left the island in the middle. Like, wait, Control Z. Nope. But can I have an island? There we go. Well, barriers and billboards. Yeah. Barriers, not as in like the barriers that we have, but like barriers that like stop guests from walking certain areas. That's such a weird glitch. Yeah. They posted concept art vision for what the game could be. Yeah, Jordan. Yep, that was a good. I like that concept art, but man, I wish we had it in game. My camera keeps sailing off in the wind, which is really aggravating. A few people have reported that as well, as a thing. People were thinking that it was their keyboards that were doing the disservice, but now that you're like the fourth person I've seen report that, I don't think it is. Dude. Everybody should use metric, punish those freedom unit users. I don't disagree, because I mean, I have learned how to use metric or meters a lot more since the Planet Series games, and it just obviously makes more sense than feet and yards, but you know, still. Around with the budget? Yeah, sure, for sure. So, can you give me a quick summary of the idea behind this zoo? So we were talking about this zoo being kind of like a future take on what zoos could be or should be, kind of thing. So kind of building upon the idea that I had for my build a little bit ago. Where can we get the water? How high can we get the water up? Word sus, I don't want it that high though. But anyways, yeah, yeah, just doing a kind of like a zoo that was built today, fresh, brand new, with like forward-thinking zoo ideas. So it's not like, for the most part, you see zoos, or a lot of people build zoos that are like old zoos that are being reconfigured for today's standards. I think it'd be cool if the community built a zoo that was built now for future standards. You know what I'm saying? Know what I mean? So that's kind of where my head is thinking for it. But this is a community zoo. And yeah, if people have different ideas and stuff, I'm all for listening to them. It's not a dictatorship, or is it? Could even do a marshalling type thing there. Marshalling could be kind of cool. A pen, oh yeah. Well, 370 species, there you go. Nice. Nice. So, all right, let me start. So we have our kind of river-ish. Ooh, it looks weird right there. Let me get rid of that for 2 seconds. Fix this up. There we go. So I think it'd be kind of cool since, if y'all don't know, Mr. Domez has been building basically a small Southwest United States town for like the last, since Planet Zoo started. So I think it'd be kind of cool is if, work with me here, Mr. Domez, let me know what you think, is if the river went to the town and you can almost have like boat tours that go into that like river system, like, or connect up it. Because we're also thinking that since a lot of future zoo ideas are more for like conservation ranges rather than like zoos, it's, so we're thinking, I think that was one of the ideas thrown around was it'd be like a zoo and half like conservation range. I think the San Diego Safari Park is kind of something that comes to mind when thinking about that. So I think that's kind of the idea that we're doing. So maybe for that Safari Park idea, you can almost have like tours that start in like the town for like boat tours that go into the river. And so I don't know. There's a lot of different ideas we could do. Random Wallaby, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. They really need to add things to how peeps view / interact with habitats like plexiglass viewing domes, or yeah, doesn't add new management trouble but gives new playable and build options. Totally agree. Totally agree. So do they do a boat ride like that? That's cool. You're aware of the San Diego? Yes, yep. So I think that's kind of the idea that we're doing for it there. Yeah, totally. So let's start to, I forgot that I wanted to elevate the whole map a little bit. I was sitting here like thinking, I was like, there's something that we wanted to do. So let's start the elevation process, which is gonna take a while, but that's fine. So we're gonna have this like giant hill / knoll running through the middle, or this half of the river, like right through the middle of it. So that could be kind of some cool little opportunities up here to build some really cool vantage points and stuff like that. Kind of like what Estan did in Pine Creek. Maybe get some zip lining up here or something. I want us to, I think it would be kind of a cool idea for this project is to not just think of it as a zoo, but again, as like a conservation park almost. So like more of a park in general that happens to have a futuristic-ish zoo, if that makes sense. I think you could get some really cool combination of stuff going with it. No animals in the main river, they'll poop it. No, yeah, we want to keep it. I don't want to like deter people away by saying this is a realistic zoo and it has to be realistic and everything, you know, kind of thing. But we do want to keep it sensible. There, it's a sensible zoo. Setups, you know, throughout the zoo, like this part of the land used to be used for this, or this is the native marshland of where this zoo is set. Are you drawing a dinosaur? No, but if it's starting to look like one, then yes. I see it. Here's the top of the head, here's the jaw open, and here's the mouth open right here. It's a T-Rex. See it? See? I see it. Totes. I think Jeep Tours would be better and have the river just for looks. The boat track in the game looks hella ugly. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Ooh, Wallaby's gonna get fancy. When is the job interview? I have one mustache hair that keeps flipping up into my nose, and it's the worst. Okay. Not Ruble Trillions level of, yeah, we're not gonna spend that much time. We won't go that far. If you want to make an awesome backstage or something, cool. That is the other thing too, we do have to keep in mind frame rates and stuff like that. So for this build, we have to keep piece count in mind because we have several different machines running the game. So we do want to, we don't want to build down to the lowest common denominator, but we also don't want to piece count out the majority of players as well. And also, if you have like a 3-year-old laptop and your game stutters like when and the frame rates are not good, like when you're just opening up like a blank map, maybe don't like recommend to be in the zoo. We had that issue in Zoot and Tower a few times where people would get the zoo like, or the theme park after not much was in the park, and they'd be like, well, my computer can't handle it. Like, what? Like, well, yeah, I have like a 4 or 5-year-old laptop, so like, well, yeah, obviously, okay, like, come on. You know, like, think about it. Things like frog gardens and stuff would be awesome. Ooh, a frog garden, that's kind of cool. Yeah, using like natural to the area habitats would be really cool. So yeah, if we're in like southern United States, we could have, yeah, like frogs and ducks and raccoon, you know, just like local wildlife kind of things. All right, we're gonna roughen up this terrain up top here. It's a little bit too flat for my liking. A host at a local airport? That sounds interesting. Like, what kind of host? That's curious. It's scaring me with the piece count, worried it won't last too much that long. Yeah, it looks amazing, but holy heck. I think theirs is even starting to chug a little bit. They'll have to do cheat engine. That's a lot of rocks. Guest experience host. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, yeah, if they're having a bad time, just be like, bro, you're about to get into a metal tube that flies you around the world. Everything's fine. Relax. Relax, don't do it when you want to go through it. Copyright. Just updated his computer, otherwise I would not be able to play. That's good, yeah. I just bought a new computer as well, and that's gonna be coming in like a week or so, so I'm really excited for that. And then Michaela is gonna get this computer that I'm playing on right now, which is still, it's like a 4-ish-year-old computer, but it still runs like a gem. Yeah, and I can't wait to play on the new PC. All right, so we'll have that little big old mountain area there. Then maybe it'd be cool if we had like Maybe on this side, like an old river, an old ravine. Helping elder and children flying alone. Oh, that's nice. I remember that when I was a kid, and I flew alone like a lot, like starting at the age of like, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 or something like that. I was flying alone all the time. And yeah, there would always be someone who, they would give me my wings, and I was so happy about my wings. And then I get to go and meet the pilot. This is obviously pre 9/11. And I get to sit up there and they'd be like, look at what this does. And he'd be like, woo. But nothing happened because it was on autopilot, so he was just joshing. It's gonna end in this like big little open area right here. There we go. So a dried up riverbed. There we go. You have a 2-year-old laptop and it runs fine currently, for sure. I shouldn't say all laptops either, because there's some laptops that you can booster up and take apart. Just most laptops you can't do that, so they're a bummer. Excuse me. For something like this, biome would be Park in Denmark, perhaps? It's essentially the Danish version of San Diego Zoo. Interesting. Why don't I? Images. Yeah, oh, I like that they have like a train going through. Do we have a train in this game? We do, right? Yeah, we have. Man, we need this in Planet Coaster. Could you imagine? Love it. Love it. And then we have these, so never forget. Oh no. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I love the mini train that goes around it. Neat. Yours is forward, it runs Zoot and Tower fine. Yeah. You've been there in a while, but gotcha. What was that right? It was a gondola. But you'd never really know it. It's a gondola. Oops. Oh, did I not switch it back to... Damn it, that's why it's taking forever. Because when you're in feet and yards, the terrain brush also is ridiculously smaller than... Yep, okay, great. It's ridiculously smaller than the meters one. Everything about using feet or yards is going to break your experience with the game, basically. So... They need to give us a normal gondola, not something that looks like it was out of like Tomorrowland or something like that. I built an island, what a pain it was, but the end was so worth it. Oh, nice. Yeah, islands always look great. They did have a perfectly fine one in Planet Coaster. They really did. I don't know why they felt the need to do some weird futuristic looking one. Can't they just use the same in Planet Co? Actually, no reason that they are different. I don't know. I've heard different things that what we're playing is a completely stripped down version of the Cobra engine that they use for Planet Coaster and Planet Zoo. So it's essentially the same engine, but way different and stripped down. So they built this game from the ground up, and they really started. They started making this game like 3 years ago. So around the time that Planet Coaster released is when they started making this game. So that's also probably another reason that a lot of the quality of life and certain rides and stuff that are in Planet Coaster that we don't have in this game. because they were only really focused on, you know, releasing the game and not putting in all that other stuff yet. So I think that we'll get a lot of this stuff in the future. I just don't know why it's taking so long now. Like, why? I'm not gonna get into it. Everyone knows what we're missing. And if you don't, then feel lucky, because what we're missing compared to Planet Coaster is sometimes substantial. I want this whole area to be kind of, yeah, just like that. Kind of a hilly little area like this. There we go. Randy tries to get Americans to switch to meters. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a war on freedom units. But you know what? Whatever. You know, we invented the Twinkie, so I think that we just kind of have a pass on using freedom units forever. It looks like a desolate wasteland. Perfect. Brace yourselves, the British are coming. They're bringing tea! Everybody run! That's what it really was. That's why the Revolutionary War happened. Americans were just like, I'm sick and tired of the tea! And then we invented Coke. A cola. Exactly, yeah, that's what the Boston Tea Party was. Everyone says it was about taxes and stuff, but no, in reality, wow, that's gonna be really fun to build on. It was really just about everyone sick and tired of drinking tea all the time. Fallout Zoo Edition, you're not wrong. That's kind of what it's looking like without foliage and stuff. It's gonna be really woo to build on. That's all right though. How are we doing on time? Probably about another half hour, folks. Probably about another half hour or so. We're coding to New England since they finally left the. Is that their spot? Is that where all the Brits are fleeing to? Is New England? They're like, oh, you know, we should go somewhere. Where? Like a New England. Let's go to the U.S. Like that was the mindset. I want a New England now. Good, there's already one made. That's perfect. The animals take so long to do, and they are going such high quality. That's why I think it's taking so long. Yeah, you're probably not wrong, and especially if they're trying to make new animals, instead of like reskinning animals and stuff like that. Probably is the reason, but I am impatient and so ready. Or that's not just me. Everyone's just ready for some new content. I can has new content. I don't know how much longer I can look at tweets about random animal facts that are already in the game. No, I'm just giving them crap on that. The social media game's gotten stronger in the last week or so from the Planet Zoo team. Alright, so I think I'm gonna do like that. I'm gonna leave this corner open. I feel like that might be a town corner right there, so. Does that make John T a spy? Well, yeah, of course. He's the biggest offender. Yeah, I saw right through his shtick when I met him at Cedar Point last summer. Total UK spy. He's over there right now, you know. Did you know that? Yeah, his whole ruse of I'm moving to Canada, you know. Yeah, he goes back to the UK like every other month. What do you think he's doing in the UK, huh? Visiting family? Probably. No, he's definitely reporting back to the Queen about stuff. So, you heard it here first. The game feels stale. It feels extremely stale. It feels extremely stale right now. The funding for your PhD comes from the EU. I have no idea what's going to happen. Yeah, that's, you know, I know they have like another year of talking about stuff, but like those little details, like with your situation, like what do you do? You're just going to be in limbo for the next year or something like that? It's a confusing situation. And I've mostly pretty much stayed out of, to be honest with you. But I feel for my across the ocean friends. We just make our own England with blackjack and hookers and call it Las Vegas. You just described Blackpool. That's fun. We've been watching this show on, it was randomly recommended to us on YouTube about flat owners, like about renters who are really bad and like rentees who are like really bad and stuff like that. And a lot of it takes place in like Blackpool. And kind of getting a glimpse of what Blackpool looks like. Because I always thought, you know, you see Blackpool Pleasure Beach or whatever, and you're like, oh, cool, it's like a tourist town. And then you start to see more of it, and you're like, oh, okay, I understand what kind of town that is now. Hi, guys, Chicago. How are you doing, my friend? Well, the Planet series is kind of stale. The way that Frontier makes their games, they become stale extremely quickly unless you're consistently, constantly in a creative mindset. And it's not even like in a fun way like Minecraft is. Like Minecraft, there's a reason why they like it's one of the most played games. Guys, Chicago made me think of Minecraft, and that's a game that relies on pretty much. I'm kind of good with the terraforming. That relies on creativity, but it does it in such a great way that's why it's like the most played game like ever, kind of thing. Start adding in trees. Let's add in some trees. Da, 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 da. So how are we gonna do the trees? We're gonna have to make tree pallets, basically. So we're gonna do this. How much time do we have? We're doing okay. Do we already know what kind of theme that we're going? Well, it's a community park. It is a community park, so it's kind of going to be decided with the community. But in general, yeah, we're talking about a zoo that's built today and has a futuristic outlook upon what zoos should become, if that makes sense. So that's kind of what we're thinking about with the theme, quote unquote, of the zoo. So I don't even know if it'll particularly have a theme. It could just kind of be, you know, a futuristic look at what zoos could/should be, if that makes sense. Renters suck. Did you make a channel on Discord where we could put together a species list? Yes. Well, you could, yeah, no, I will. Okay, I will. Tenants from Hell. That is the show. And it is a good, entertaining 45 minutes to see it from both perspectives. Pretty much what you learn at the end of it is that people suck. Your wintry scruffy. I know, I got a shave before work today, actually. So, did you get a lot of snow, Guy? Did you guys get hit with that snow as well? It snowed a bunch for us, my friend. Whoa. You want to just do something else? Yeah, there you go. Keep it fresh. Playing Minecraft right now. We should do a parking lot like the one in my zoo. I'll post a picture in Discord. Yeah, post it in the Zoot and Tower Discord so everyone can kind of see. Definitely, if you're starting to get ideas going for the zoo and you're part of the build there. And again, if you want to be part of the build for the next 2 weeks, you can join the build. Cutting off the joining date in 2 weeks from now. Join my Discord, links down in the description there, and that will lead you over to my Discord and find the Zoot and Tower channel. You'll get all set up there. You all can start talking about what you need to talk about in the thing there. As far as me building in it, in Zoot and Tower, I would build every so often. There's the trees I need. I'd build every so often, but not too often. I might do the same thing with Zoot and Tower. Fuck. Here as well, where I'll maybe build every once in a while if there's like a lull or a gap or something like that. I might build, but I do want, you know, more so to feature people in the community more so than me, kind of thing. And we'll do update videos on this every so often. We're not going to do every single time someone builds. We're not going to do an update video. We'll do them like maybe like once every like 6 builds or once every pass through or something like that. So yeah, where's Elm? I could just type it. I've been searching for elm tree here for a hot minute. And then sick. One more tree. All right, so there's our palette. Boop. So I can take this, start spreading it around like a virus from China. Too soon? Sorry. Poplars, that would have been a good one. I should have looked up. So one is modern and the other is like a really old school zoo. That's kind of cool. That's kind of like what we're doing for Buxton Zoo. So many domes will end up in this park. I feel like that's what we are going with zoos, just huge domes and biomes. In a sense, kinda, a little bit. And it's more so putting the humans in the enclosures now rather than the animals. So if you saw my futuristic zoo build, do I have that as a blueprint? I don't think I saved it as a blueprint. I didn't, it's a file. But yeah, my futuristic zoo build is kind of closer to what zoos want in the future. Now, the whole zoo that we're doing here doesn't have to just be that. I don't want it to seem like it just has to be like that. If people don't want to do that, we don't have to do that as well. That's just an idea that was thrown around. But I mean, really, you know, we have this giant map here with endless possibilities at the moment, so we can do whatever, forever and ever. I did an implied naked mole rat exhibit and got excited, and then I started at the vast expense. Had no idea what to do anymore. Stared, not standing. Yeah, that can be a thing too, but that's cool. I'm going to be doing a naked mole rat habitat here soon as well for my implied habitat series. I made some bird cages the other night. I'm going to be making an otter and beaver habitat to go along with it, and then that should do for an episode. And then yeah, I want to do naked mole rats. I have a list somewhere. A lot of you have been recommending fantastic ideas for implied exhibits. Ocelots, I think ocelots was another one. But I want to get some more of those small animals too. And I want to keep it kind of broad. That's why I like my the bird cage blueprints that I'm doing. There's the good one. Like these, I'm trying to keep them more just like open. Like sure, it could be a bird cage, but yeah, it could also probably be something else. Stop, game. Let me build it. Planet Zoo, you're being a bully. Okay. Tree. His apartment into a weed farm. Would love to join, but saving for a car. Ooh, that's exciting though. When will we start building? In 2 weeks. In 2 weeks. Imagine a road on one side of the river and then being able to see animals on the other side with little no barrier. That would be kind of interesting. That'd be an interesting idea, like yeah, like on this side, on the upper part, looking down into some habitats and stuff. Yeah, that could be cool. Small mammal house, definitely, all of it. I'm building an eagle out of roof trims right now. Redoing my art shape mishap from. I saw that. It was. I give it an attempt was made. It's better than I could do. I suck at using art shapes. I don't even attempt. For my implied exhibits, I don't even attempt to build the animal that goes with the implied exhibit. I don't. I just know it'll suck. Naked mole rat trap. Don't trap the naked mole rats. All right, let's see here. We'll just keep expanding this around. Be able to have different houses and stuff. But again, I think it'd be cool if we took if we did a little bit of research, looked into it a little bit, and looked and saw, or like kind of see what zoos are planning for the future for like their future houses and just habitats and stuff like that. And then again, yeah, I think it'd be cool. Maybe if we split it, since it is kind of split right down the middle here, it'd be cool if one side was that conservation park, like San Diego's Zoo's Safari Park was like, you know, we could have this half be that Safari Park or Conservation Park, and then, you know, this half could have Mr. Domez's town maybe down here in the corner, and then, you know, the zoo could be built up on this little hill up here or something like that. So don't think just because we're building a community zoo that it has to fill the whole map and yada yada, all this crazy stuff. You know, kind of condensing it down and just thinking it through. It could be a really cool little idea and map here that we have going here. Elephants will have flying cars. Yes. Dumbo won't have to use his ears anymore. He can just fly around. But you don't know why you're doing it to yourself? See? I won't even try. I won't even try. They look like eggs? Well, I think that's probably about as close as you're gonna get to it. But you know, again, an attempt was made, right? It's better than just what I do, which is like, yeah, no, just use your imagination. There's an animal in there, okay? Just trust me. All builders should refer to zoo master plans. Absolutely. It's at that moment in vacation, so we can put a lot of work into it. Okay, good. So a lot of you will be on spring break or whatever it is there. Good, 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 good. Animal crossings over the road and the river. Ooh, yeah, that'd be cool. The dried up river would be perfect for elephants. That could be cool too. See, look at y'all. Y'all got a million ideas already. You used to work at the San Diego Safari Park as a zookeeper. Hey, that's awesome. So you're gonna have a lot of good ideas if you want to join in on this fantastic little build that we have going here. I always mention that in my videos that whatever I'm building, if zookeepers or former zookeepers or whatever have any ideas, I'm always open to listening and stuff. Especially for like Thornton Hills Zoo and stuff. I really want to make that zoo better, more realistic and stuff. I just need a sense of direction. I think that's a lot of mine and Planet Coaster players, especially our issue, is that we come from the roller coaster and theme park world, right? So we're like so accustomed to theme parks, and like I'm just learning how zoos function basically, and like their layouts and you name it, all that fun stuff. So like I know Stan has a buddy that messages him about Pine Creek and gives him a little direction and tidbits of information. I'm totally 110% open to that kind of stuff for Thornton Hills Zoo, and yeah. I was trying to think. Thornton Hills Zoo is actually the only zoo I'm making that's my own original zoo. Because then I have Buxton Zoo, but that's me and Mr. Vigo Man, and then I guess my habitat builds, but that's not a zoo build. I should start a new zoo. I feel like everyone has 2 zoos, don't they? No, they don't. They don't. Anyways. Spring break! Woo! Streams, yeah. I'm no zookeeper, but I would like to consider myself a self-taught zoologist. That's awesome. You have winter break tomorrow? So wait, does that mean Australia? Australia? Does Penn Island count as a zoo? No, it doesn't count as a zoo. Penn Island's very clearly an amusement park. Let's get rid of some of these. You have that in Pine Ridge. Oh, you have Penn Island. Yeah. Yep, you have those two. I guess technically if we're counting Planet Coaster projects that I still haven't formally closed, Luna Wood is still a thing, and Cold Creek Park is still a thing. Rip in peace, Luna Wood and Cold Creek Park. You're Danish, but a strong connection to Down Under do have. Nice. Noise. I renovated a fossa enclosure once. That must make me a Planet Zoo expert, right? What's a fossa enclosure? And then we'll determine. Where's the entrance gonna be? That's a great question. It could be wherever y'all want it to be. I'm not gonna place down a guest spawner or guest entrance yet, because I kind of depends what we're thinking for the zoo. Because yeah, I'm gonna terraform the whole thing. We're gonna take a few screenshots of it and put it into the zoo Discord channel for Zoot and Tower, so that we can kind of get over these next few weeks, kind of get planning. Again, I don't want to dictate too much of what y'all do, kind of thing. I'll kind of give little nudges and directions, maybe if it's kind of going off the deep end in a certain way, but for the most part I want it to be the community coming up with a lot of these things. No, copyright music, stop. Ah! Don't you copyright music me, you copywriter of music's Planet Coaster soundtrack. Go. And building on Zoot and Tower is slowing down. Yep, Zoot and Tower is just about wrapped up. We gotta get that wrapped up. So, all right, what else are we doing on this? Probably more trees. I just need some more trees. I will always prefer this soundtrack over Planet Zoo's. Biased? Probs, but you know. Boss are amazing mongoose family, but bigger than a house cat. They live on Madagascar and eat small lemurs. What the heck? And you made a habitat for that? That's freaking cool. You're from Sweden, you lived in San Diego 3 years after your zoology college. That's really neat. You did like a residency at San Diego Zoo. That would be such a cool experience. We watched the Zoo San Diego. Oops, wrong way. There we go. We watch the Zoo San Diego every once in a while on Animal Planet. So yeah, it's really fun to see the San Diego Zoo and stuff like that. So yeah, did you hear the squeaky toy in the background? Yep. My dog is letting me know that. Yeah, it is. We're all gonna be wrapping up the stream here pretty quick there, everyone. Right after I make this little woods here, actually. Yeah, so I'm gonna get caught up with the chat there, and then let's get ready to head on out. So again, last time announcing, if you're not already, do join the Discord down below, and link up to the Zoot and Tower channel there if you'd like to join in on the build here. Definitely like to see as many people as we can join on up. It's gonna be a fantastic little time there. There we go. I might make some more adjustments to the map. I probably will tonight. I want to get some more rocks and stuff, but I'm running out of time. I gotta go take a shower and all that fun stuff before work, you know, all that fun work stuff. Blah. Especially the World's Fair tracks, for sure. For sure. We cleaned and renovated, repaired the waterfall, stuff like that. That sounds like, that's awesome. I'd love to volunteer and do something like that. I'm gonna study zoology once I finish regular school in a year, so that's cool. Nice. Get out of here, Guy. Leave it to Guy. Leave it to Guy. All right. So with that, we have that. Yeah, because I still want to place rocks around and stuff. I don't have time. I gotta go. Stop, Drew. Come on. What are we doing? Save it. I'm gonna build on it more tonight, and then I'll upload pictures tomorrow of it. So, Zoot and Tower. That's correct. That's correct. And bada bing, bada boom. Cool. Well, hey, y'all. This was a good time. So, hey, if this is your first time hanging out and you've made it all the way this far, excuse me as I stretch. Whoa! Okay. If you made it all the way this far in the live stream, you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button there. Also hit the like button as well. Helps out the stream there, get more traction after the video is done. That goes for all the videos. If you comment on the video, if you like a video, if you watch the whole video all the way through, all those things tell YouTube, hey, we should tell more people about this stuff. So there's my due diligence out of the way. But hey, thanks so much everyone for hanging out. I do appreciate it as always. And let me just catch up with chat real quick. Clean your yeah, exactly. So cool. But hey, thanks so much everyone. I'll catch up with you on Discord and Twitter and everything like that. Can't wait to see all of your ideas and everything for Zoot and Tower and stuff. But yeah, y'all have a good one. And until the next video and stuff, have a good one. See ya.